If you're buying property interstate, stop and listen to this. There's one major consideration that you need to make when looking at buying property interstate, and that is that property is bricks and mortar. It's somewhere for someone to live if it's a residential property, and if it's a commercial, it's normally somewhere that people work out of or they store things, or it's got some other contextual meaning within the surrounding community. So you've got to consider not only the property, and you might do a walkthrough of the property with an agent or with somebody else that's on the ground, but it's not just the property, it's how the property looks or how it's positioned within the suburb. So it's the street. How does the street feel? How do the surrounding streets feel? What's the demographic of the area? Who is going to be your rental market if it is a rental? Are you going to keep this property for 10 or 20 years? And what's happening in the suburb and in the surrounding suburbs? Is that suburb being gentrified? Are the properties being knocked down with new ones being put in there? Is there a restricted supply of new stock? All those things are really good and things to consider. Don't be buying in areas where there's a lot of new houses getting built or a lot of new apartments, because you're going to be competing with that stock in the rental market. And that could be in the years to come, or it could be in future years where there's a whole lot of vacant land that can be developed into hundreds or thousands of new properties. So if you're looking for maximum capital growth, which is actually where you build most of your wealth, you need to be considering those things. And obviously from a cash flow perspective, you want to be buying a high cash flow property, but keep in mind it's not cash flow that creates the wealth. Cash flow just allows you to continue to buy more properties. And if the structure is right, you can actually buy unlimited amount of properties. You don't have to be maxed by your borrowing capacity if you structure it correctly and if they're the right types of properties.